Welcome back to another episode, everyone. Is it not a Sgtoutdoors episode if I'm like on time with something? Man, I am so unprepared for rifle season this year. We are just making decisions, running around, trying to get everything done. The sun is already set, but I need to go get this camera back out on public land where I'm gonna hunt in the morning. So you might recognize some of this in the background, but this is where I shot my bow buck. And I've been continuing to hit areas around out here, and there's still some good ones out here. Some bucks that are definitely worth the $200 tag that I got to pay for. So that's part of the reason I'm hunting public land this year. The other part is I love the excitement of public land. I know people are gonna be coming out doing deer drives tomorrow. I know people are gonna leave early or have to take care of deer and be moving. Deer are gonna be screaming around through here, and I love that kind of excitement. So that's another reason I'm gonna hunt public land. But the plan for the week, let's just get it out there right now. I'm gonna sit all day tomorrow where we are. I went and hung my sticks, pulled the camera out, figured out why it wasn't working. I'm going to put the camera back in. But my sticks are up, so we're gonna hang there all day tomorrow, opening day. Sunday I'm gonna sit with Dad as long as possible. Just film him all day pretty much because he's got to work this year. So he doesn't get to hunt much, so I definitely want to sit with him. So Sunday we're gonna go sit with him on private property, hopefully put a hole in a big 3-year-old we got running around out there, if he doesn't do it opening day. Monday I'll be right back out here, maybe in a different spot, but ultimately I'll be back out here chasing giants, hoping for the best. That's really what's bringing me out here. That's really what's keeping me out here on this public land. Is I know the giants are out here. I'm continuing to see them. I really want to get after them, and I'm willing to pay $200 to shoot one. So yeah, my tags are $200. I'm a non-resident. I grew up here. I don't want to hunt anywhere else in my life. Like, I love hunting where I grew up, all the land I grew up on. So I pay the $200 a tag to go hunting. But sometimes it's not worth it. Like last year, I didn't buy a tag last year. Just followed Marilyn around, and that was fun. But having to take a year off, and now this year, you know, my bow buck may or may not end up on the wall. So I'm gonna go after another mount. Really, that's all it's really for. Rifle season for me is the excitement of rifle season, the excitement for everybody else, shooting deer, getting them on deer, and then ultimately hoping that I can get lucky and shoot the giant, shoot a 30-point buck. Either way, I'm out of breath. Holy crap, it's hard to hold you guys up, walk and talk, but it's getting real dark real fast. I gotta get this camera hung down in there. We got to get out, and we still have a ton of work to do before we're ready for the day, or for tomorrow. So either way, I'm just gonna fast forward you guys to tomorrow, pretty much in the same spot. Might be a little bit of an intro of me in the morning, but we're gonna be in this tree right here. So let's get after it. Ashamed to admit, but I have way too many Captain Sobel thoughts running through my head when I rifle hunt.
We're in the wrong position.
Or a killing zone.
They're right out there somewhere. Let's just get them.
Sir.
Too many times. You know, one thing that is nice but isn't nice all about Wisconsin's rifle season, it's at a really awkward time of year for the rut. You know, like, kind of trailing off. Deer aren't moving unless you're moving them. Like, it's just a really awkward time, you know. It's a really good time for, like, if you haven't seen a buck that you'd been seeing for a long time, you might see him again. You know, this time of year, he's coming back, he's eating some food, he's come back to his home range. So, you know, that's nice for a lot of people, but it's just like a partial belief that, like, oh, there's so many people in the woods, the deer are just hunkering down, but also it's like, it's just that time of year. Like, deer just aren't moving that much right now. So you gotta constantly fight that pessimistic side of you when you're in the tree like I am right now, because, like, I could see nothing all day today. I could see nothing all day tomorrow, and I'd come in here on Monday and it'd be chaos, right? It could just be buck after buck, doe after doe, moving around, and that's just how it goes this time of year. It feels good. It feels good to be in a stand again for myself. Like, I truly enjoy filming people. I really do. Do not get me wrong. Don't hear what I'm not saying there. I love filming people. But there is just something about, being able to be the one that pulls the trigger that changes it a little bit. Either way, I will be absolutely flabbergasted if I don't get at least like 3 or 4 deer at one point just mock Jesus through here being scared from something. Like, that'll absolutely blow my mind if that doesn't happen today. So it's only a matter of time. Hopefully I can get it on camera, and this is when the deer will show up. It is 2.5 hours left in the day, and I am just now adjusting my saddle. It's just a tiny bit too high, and I will use this moment to let you know, like, an inch or 2 inches from where your tether is on the tree can make a world of a difference in comfort. Like, right now my tether knot is at about eye level. I usually like it at chin level, and I was like, oh, that's got to be pretty close. But I can tell you today, it's just been pulling up on me all day, so. Oh my God, the world of a difference. Holy crap. Can't believe I've been sitting like that all day. What a joke. Literally the world of a difference. Just immediately the weight's off my feet, off my lower back. Night and day in comfort level right now. Just about 2 hours and 15 minutes left. And honestly, this will be my first all day sit in a saddle, and it's really not as bad as I was expecting. This is coming from someone who, if I was in my tree stand today, I'd have been standing for a lot of the day anyway. Like, hate sitting down when deer come in, so I tend to stand a lot as it is. So you gotta take my opinion at face value for that. Like, sure, I can be all day in a saddle and be just fine, but it's because I stand all the time anyway. Like, I'm used to it. So would it be nice to have sat down for like an hour or two today in like a tree stand? Absolutely. Wouldn't have been worth carrying a tree stand in, though. Like, that's the offset, right? Like, if you have no problem carrying your tree stand in, then it's not a big deal. But this is the least exciting all-day sit I'll have all year as of right now. And at no point was I like suffering where I was like, oh God, I need to sit down. Never happened. So always know that like the tiniest adjustments on your saddle can affect the comfort level. So don't be afraid to just move it that 1 inch. It could make all the world of a difference. Or if you're like setting it up and it drops an inch and it's not as comfortable as you want it to be, just make sure to wrestle it back up to that 1 inch mark. I did not think this was in the realm of possibility when I came out here this morning to get skunked. Like, I even saw, people walk in the woods next to me. A lot of trucks went down to the other end. I'm just very surprised that I may get skunked today. We're gonna call it a night. This is where I'm gonna leave you guys for opening day. I hope you all had an awesome opening weekend. When you're watching this, it's gonna be later, so hope you guys had an awesome opening weekend, and here's to hoping the rest of my weekend goes a bit better. But either way, I'm gonna start tearing down and get out of here, and hope that these weather changes coming on Monday bring us some good luck.